Cut. Okay.
Still rolling.
Still rolling. Okay, alright. So kita I pula yang started, sorry.
My name is Dr. Azhar. I'm a medical doctor and my specialty training was in nephrology. I no longer practice medicine. I'm in the pharmaceutical industry already for almost 20 years. Currently, I'm the head of medicine for Boehringer Ingelheim. Previously, I worked for other companies as well, and I work abroad mainly in UK, in US and Germany, and I've been back in Malaysia about 6 years now. So when I was working in the hospital, towards the end, I was involved in some clinical research work, and I thought it was really fascinating that we can do so much more for our patient by analyzing what we're doing now and then finding ways to improve the care. And therefore, I wanted to do something different than just clinical work, and I thought pharmaceutical industry can offer me that. And as I mentioned before, I've been in pharma industry about 20 years now, and once you are in pharma industry, you discover that there are so many other things that you can do, and I am currently mainly in medical affairs. And what medical affairs mean is that we are involved in bringing the medicine, the new medicine, to the public, meaning we are the one in charge of making sure the doctors know how to use the new drugs and how we can use it effectively for our patient. So the 3 tips I have is to first to understand which area of the pharmaceutical company that you are interested in. So there are many departments in pharmaceutical company. So are you interested more in medical? You might even be interested in marketing or sales. Yeah, there's no stopping why doctors cannot go into marketing and sales. So understanding that is key, is my number 1 tip first when you are thinking about pharmaceutical industry. And how do you go about doing that? By networking, by getting to know people in pharmaceutical industry. Then you can ask, what is the working life really like? What is the 9 to 5 really like? So you have already a network in the pharma industry when you think you want to apply to pharma industry. So the 3rd tip that I have is about making sure that you have the right soft skill when you're moving from your current job to pharmaceutical industry. For example, you can start thinking about how do I improve my presentation skill? How do I be better at establishing rapport with people? Those are the things that are very important in the pharmaceutical industry and something that you can already build in preparation of your move. So there are other soft skills that you can think about. So therefore, start working on those because that will put you way ahead than other candidates at the point of interview. So for the medical departments, I would categorize the main departments into 4. So that would be the clinical development, the medical affairs, the regulatory affairs, and the pharmacovigilance. So clinical development, obviously, it's the clinical development of the drug. So this is the department that prepare and conduct the clinical trials. And then when the clinical trial is finished, obviously we need to then bring it to the market. And that's where the regulatory affairs people come in because they are the one who register with our health authority. So for Malaysia, it's the NPRA to get the registration to bring the product into the market. And then that's where the medical affairs comes in after that. So the medical affairs is the team that goes out to see the doctors to educate them about this new drug, how to use it, things that they need to look out for. So really teaching and educating the doctors about the new drugs. So now you have already the clinical development, regulatory affairs, medical affairs, and then the last one is the pharmacovigilance. So once we have the drug in the market, we want to know how is it doing in the market. Is there any side effects that previously we haven't seen before? So we have a team that monitor that as well. So those, I would say, for the medical department, the 4 main parts of it: the clinical affairs, clinical development, regulatory affairs, medical affairs, and pharmacovigilance. I would say the number 1 trend that we are seeing now is patients are more empowered about their care. So I think with the availability of information on the internet, patients like you and me as well, we are more empowered to find out about our disease, find out about our treatment. So therefore, from the pharmaceutical side, we need to be aware about what are the needs of the patient, what are they really looking for, so have a much better understanding about what are the patient needs. And our company is no different to all the other pharma companies at the moment, that we are reaching out to patient group to make sure that we take all their viewpoints into our clinical development plan, and also when we bring the products to the market when it's ready. Actually, it's not that difficult. It's quite easy. Once you are aware of what is it you're focused on. So for myself, it's about leadership and career development. So therefore, I'm very clear about what are the topics that I want to write about. And you know, they say that once you realize, when you're thinking about something, when you're buying a car, you start seeing the same car everywhere. So for me, because I'm thinking about LinkedIn all the time, everything that I see is a potential topic. And also the encouragement from people, the response that I get, that really is the big motivation into why I continue writing. So actually it's not that hard, and I want to say thank you to all the people who has been supporting me, of course. So if you're an introvert, why people get overwhelmed by the word networking is because they feel they need to talk to everybody. So they go to a networking event, they are overwhelmed by the number of people. So my number one tip is that you need to focus only on 1-2 people. When you go to a networking event, you have an agenda. I need to speak to Mr. A and Miss B, for example, and that's your focus. You go in there, you find them, do your thing, and that's it. So you're not overwhelmed by the other people, and then you have you know how much energy you have, therefore use it wisely with the target that you have. So for me, it's about having a plan and don't get overwhelmed by the other people. Okay, for those who are thinking about moving to pharma industry, my top 3 tips is, first is understand the different department in pharma industry, and then the second thing is to start networking with people in there already, and then third is to upskill yourself with the necessary soft skill needed in pharma company. And then again, we discussed earlier about networking. So for those who are overwhelmed by networking, think about 1 or 2 people that you want to focus on when you go to a networking event, and that way it will be a much more enjoyable experience.